Dear students, this is the fourth video of the chapter Understanding Secularism, and so far we discussed that why secularism is very important and why it was adopted by India. We also discussed the basic elements of secularism, and we discussed the importance of secularism over the world. Now, we are going to discuss three main aspects of secularism. The first aspect of secularism is that if a country is a secular country, then there would be no official religion. When India got independence, at that time it was decided that we are not going to adopt any particular official religion for our country, whereas Pakistan declared itself an Islamic country, whereas Nepal declared itself a Hindu country. But India was the only country that declared clearly, despite the fact the Hindus were in majority, that we are not going to declare our country a country based on religion. It means at the time it was decided that there would be no official religion of this country, so that all the different religious groups should live with peace and harmony together. Discrimination should not be done anyhow. So that was the concept. Because of that, it was accepted. So the very first point about the secularism is that there is no official religion. So in context of India, it is true, because India decided not to adopt any particular official religion. Now, after that, it is written, secularism is the antidote to communalism. Now, to understand the concept of secularism in a better way, we'll have to understand the concept of communalism. So basically, what is communalism? This poison started in the British time, and particularly after 1920s, and it extended up to independence of India. Communalism is based on the belief that one religion is superior to other. So once this concept is going to injected in the minds, then the person will understand that my religion is superior, and in that case he will not respect the other religion, and ultimately it will lead to tension or conflict or the massacre or riots. So in order to curb the poison of communalism, it was required at the time of independence that we should go with a concept where a religion should not get superiority, or a religion should not get the impression that it is inferior or it is superior. So that is why, as an antidote to communalism, the concept of secularism was adopted. Whereas in communalism, one religion is given preference over others, in secularism, all religions are equal. The government is not going to incline towards any particular religion, so it is going to treat all the religions in the same manner. So the communalism was the poison, and in order to wipe out the poison, antidote was searched. And as antidote was searched, this antidote was termed as secularism. So basically, it came as an antidote to communism. Now, third point is written over there. The third point is freedom of religion. So we have to understand this fact very clearly. What is the freedom of religion? In Indian Constitution, from Article number 25 to 28, under the part Fundamental Right, the right to freedom of religion has been granted to every citizen of India. Every citizen of India is free to profess, to practice, to propagate the religion of his choice. Here, the government cannot force anyone to go and adopt or to get away from a particular religion. The people are free to move anywhere. A person who belongs to Hindu community is free to move in church, in Gurdwara, in mosque. Similarly, a person from different community are free to move in any religious place. So why? Because we accepted the freedom of religion that is guaranteed by the constitution. So basically, the freedom of religion is granted to us and we are enjoying it with soul and spirit. So we have to understand the concept of secularism is very, very important for a country like India, because India is known for the diversity and particularly religious diversity. And different groups are there, different religious groups are there, so they may come in conflict over some issue. Or if anything that is going to create a different mindset needs to be curbed at the same time. The government should not work in such a way that it gives wrong message to the public, to the citizen, that the government is with a particular religion. So that is why the concept of secularism was adopted, so that no government could go with any particular religion, or no government could support any religion. So this is how the concept of secularism came into existence. So we discussed in this chapter, we started our discussion from understanding secularism, and we came over different points of secularism, and finally it is written here that these are the basic elements of secularism. So we discussed these, and these are very important points, like that I'm going to repeat it. No official religion. It means the state will declare that it is not going to accept any religion as official religion. Like in China, in Sri Lanka, Buddhism is going to accept it as the official religion. But in India, there is no such official religion. Second thing again, it is antidote to communalism. It came as a reaction to communalism. It came to curb the poison of communalism. And third point is that everyone is free to practice religion of its choice. So this is how secularism is going to be practiced in our country. Thank you.